YouTube fans, Admiral Preparedness here. Today we got these Mountain House Savor the Adventure breakfast dishes in today. I'm really not going to bother doing a demo on it because it cost me a few ducats and I don't want to waste them. There's plenty of website bloggers out there who have already given these a good review. That's why I have them here. The reason why I'm coming up here to show you is, all your options have to be available for when you decide to start preparing for a SHTF event. You got to remember that there are companies out there who that's what they do. I mean, you don't have to sit here and think about how to put something together and have it go bad 2 days, 3 days, 6 months, a year after you've packaged it up and find out that it's no good. That's not right. You just go out there and trust these folks. They know that somebody's going to open these up between now and the Best Buy of 2047. So people are going to be opening these up. They're not going to gamble that this one's not going to be opened and repackaged only because it's freeze dried. This food could be opened up, repackaged, copied. I could photocopy the bag and make sure that this stuff is good so these people don't end up in a lawsuit today, tomorrow, next month, next year. So they're going to do what they tell you. They're not going to cheat. Now the product that they put in it, that has to be determined by certain investigation divisions of the federal government. On this package there is no mention of any monitoring company or government agency. So when you contact these folks, you'll have to ask them brought out. I need to see your production schedule for a specific lot. Now there's a lot number right here. If you want that information, they're required by law to give it to you because they're here to serve the public. But this product here is a breakfast. It serves 2 people. It is freeze dried, so it can last forever. I like it because it has a gusset on the bottom, and as a matter of fact, this one, as of all of their products, has some kind of wordage at the bottom that gives you some kind of good feeling. As a distance height increases, the width of your backpack straps decreases. To compensate, the weight of your backpack will increase. So there you go, folks. Words of wisdom by Mountain House. Now the military uses Mountain House, and they contract them to produce this type of product for our long range. I guess you would call those guys the ones who go out there and sit out in the middle of nowhere for months at a time and protect the country. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to ask. Otherwise, have a great day. And I also wanted to add, there is a note here. Whatever I ask you to do, please at least read the package completely from one side to the other, so that way you familiarize yourself with the packaging, the dietary information, and the instructions, because here in small letters, quote, if you forget to remove oxygen absorber before adding water, don't worry. Your food is still safe to eat. Simply remove and discard the absorber. Now, I've seen a couple of these YouTube camping websites out there, bloggers who, they don't mention that, and of course they don't. Then they end up throwing the food out, thinking that the absorber has contaminated the food, and they're wasting their $8 or $9 or whatever they paid for them. These weren't expensive for me because I got them at a wholesale cost. One of the other things that it says is serving size are based on USDA/FDA, quote, reference amounts customarily consumed. Jeez, I can't even read. And are for comparison purposes. Your mileage will vary based on your metabolism and activity level. We recommend determining your caloric needs and basing your purchasing decisions on calories rather than servings. Well, when it says mileage, I'm like, what? What do you think we're going to go out there and put it in our carburetor? I don't. Why would you say mileage? I would just say your daily physical activity. Why would you say? Well, these are for hikers. You know, they're specifically meant to go for hikers. So they're saying if you chow down this meal, you know, based on the recommended daily adult requirements of the different chemicals and minerals and organic product that's in this container. Oh, and by the way, folks, this is gluten free for all you non-gluten people out there. Gluten free. 50 years ago, you just had the shits not to worry about it. Today, all of a sudden, it's a big problem, and everywhere you go, everything's gluten free. Good God, you gotta be kidding me. This contains milk and egg. Now, the thing that doesn't really bother me, but gives me great concern for being such a long shelf life, is they have pre-cooked the scrambled eggs, but the ham is ham. So, you know, it's got all that stuff in it. Now, the sodium content for one serving is not 600 milligrams, so that's pretty okay.